Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the World Class Championship Wrestling Review Series. We're closing out March of 1984. Almost said 2084. Well, that'd be a while forward. Anyway, we are about a month away, a little more than a month away, from the Texas Stadium show. And they do a review match, which I don't cover here. Everybody that follows knows that. But there's a music video of the coverage of Kevin Von Erich visiting children's hospitals, and then the three first-run matches. Buddy Roberts and Chick Donovan, your first-run match of the episode. And Roberts is by far one of the better sellers in the area, also one of the better guys as far as getting heat for newer talent. So, of course, Chick Donovan, who's only been here a little bit, not terribly long, is here and doing, I guess I'd say pretty okay. I mean, he's not doing standout stuff, but at the same time, he's meant to be an opening card to mid-card act. So, doing within the realm of that what is to be done. Decent enough fellow. And a guy who is kind of moving through the ranks rather well. He takes over very early in the match. We see a lot of more traditional wrestling holds, arm bars, arm locks, and the like, head scissors, with Roberts actually holding himself in a head scissors position for several minutes before Donovan gets a hold of getting rid of him, so to speak. And then, again, we move more toward the situation where Roberts cheats, stomps on the back of the knee, does other things that are rather untoward, and tries to go after the leg of his adversary, among other less than friendly things. And then we see him move into a position where he's grabbing a leg hold, and using the post eventually is what Donovan does. Donovan comes back a little bit, kind of rolling through, and uses the post as a weapon. A little bit more aggressive than average. Buddy Roberts, certainly not to be underestimated, and I think a lot of people in his world-class run do underestimate him as maybe the weak link in the Freebirds or whatever the case may be. But we do, in fact, see that Donovan is kind of running around on the outside of the ring. Referee has to dodge out of the way really quickly as he almost gets run over by Buddy Roberts. Coming back for a backdrop. And again, the match is more of a spectacle, and a time limit draw is your result. And then we go to Jimmy Garvin and Mike Von Erich. Mike Von Erich moving his way through the ranks. Obviously, maybe a little less than a year into his career here, and kind of moving through, being, one of the, I guess, toward featured talents. Believe it or not, very simple match. Garvin brings the best out of Von Erich. This may actually be the best that the youngest at the time, active Von Erich, looks. Sends Jimmy up into the lights with backdrop, drop kicks, and the like. There are several opportunities where it looks like Mike can win the contest. Also, Chris Von Erich makes his way out and is wearing the jacket of Jimmy Garvin, so their feud bound to continue. Mike actually does get a victory in the meantime. Then we move to the Fabulous Freebirds against Devastation Incorporated members of Kamala and the Missing Link. Gordy and Hayes versus Link and Kamala is this week's main event. As we move into April next week, interesting that since the release of the music video a few weeks back, which I believe we covered here, for Bad Street USA, The Freebirds treated more like baby faces for the first time on their way out, but the feud with the Von Erichs not over by a long shot, but there's a little bit of that tweener going on. Michael Hayes handling the missing Link better than a lot of people would have assumed. Link, though, does dump him with a atomic drop, and Hayes not falling for it. Gives it right back to him, and then goes in the direction of coming back to his feet and all that good stuff. Hayes does take the majority of punishment. Gordy comes in and does get a pinfall over Kamala in a surprising maneuver. Akbar gets beat up for his trouble as we close this particular edition of World Class with the Freebirds and the Devastation Incorporated tandem going at each other here. So, very quick review here, but we will return with April in 1984 World Class.